Hey folks, it's Yuriko. Don't mind my cigarette. I'm kind of stressing out. Um, I am very much stressing out because schools are going to be reopening back up. And in my area, they're going to go to school for 2 days and then be homeschooled 3 days. Which isn't horrible, kinda. But what happens if there's a few people, that think this whole thing's a hoax and face masks are bull and the whole nine and blah blah blah? What happens if one of those are the teachers? Not just one, though. More like 2 or 3. That's all you need, is maybe 2 to screw up the whole thing. I'm not too happy with it. And I know there's a lot of other parents that are not too happy with it either. But there's a lot of other parents that really don't have a choice because they don't have internet or they can't afford the laptops or whatever. Or they think they don't have time to homeschool. I love those ones. See, I homeschool my daughter. Well, I don't exactly do it. She goes to online classes. It's kind of like going to college online. Okay? And she's very dedicated. She had a 3.2 grade point average freshman year of high school. So yeah, she's doing pretty good. My son, who is really ecstatic about going to school, I'm terrified to put him into school because of the people that I just mentioned. What happens if he gets one of those teachers that decides to not give a shit and just wants the paycheck? Because there's a shit ton of those out there. And I am so sorry, but the good teachers get muddled and squashed by the kids that just get their license and all they're looking is for a paycheck. It's really shitty. I am terrified because my 6-year-old son does not like to wear a mask for more than 30 minutes. And they expect him to wear it all day, except for eating. That's kind of tough. Little kids it's hard to keep them closed, let alone have a mask on their face. Especially if it's uncomfortable and it gets hot and ew and they sneeze, it's going to feel weird and and trust me, there's some 6-year-olds that have very good discipline, but there are those 6-year-olds like my son go, ew, I don't want to put this on anymore. They'll take it right off. So, and when a teacher's got at least 20 kids, how in the heck are they going to pay attention to every single one of them? That 2-second pull off the face mask and then put it back on, that's all they need. That's all it needs. And if I get one of those teachers that's like, meh, whatever, it's bullshit, I'm not going to be sitting there with my son in the hospital watching him die. Not happening. Not doing it. I am not doing it. So parents out there, if you have the opportunity to homeschool your kids, do it. Do it. It is not as hard as you guys think. It really isn't. All you have to do is know what time they start, know what time they end, and know what they are doing throughout the day and what homework has to be done and the whole nine. That's it. That's all you gotta know. And for me, I have it kind of easy because my daughter is just, like I said, she's very dedicated. She's very good. She's very good at keeping on with whatever she's got going on. Of course, with kindergartners, you're going to have the, the attention span difficulty and the whole nine because they want to go run around and play, But, yeah. I mean, that's really where the sitting down and getting on your kids for going to school comes from. And as soon as they learn the discipline from it, then it's fine. But it's getting there is the problem. I gotta put that out there. I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified because our glorious leader isn't doing anything about it, and he's telling us CDC is more guidelines than it is rules, which, if anybody that has common sense, please listen. The CDC's rules for COVID-19 are not guidelines. You can't bend them. You can't twist them around for your own agenda. You can't do any of that. The CDC sets those rules in place so people don't get sick. And if they set those rules in place, listen to them. That's all you got to do is listen to them. And then you're really no worse for wear, because you're doing a lot better than the other people that are deciding to listen to the idiot and Cheeto we have in charge. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't listen to that man whatsoever. I am so thankful election's coming out because he dug himself a hole with this whole thing. Did you know that there's other countries that are getting stimulus checks monthly? $1,200 to $1,500. I think that was Canada. UK's doing the same thing. So is France. So Russia's even doing it. Hello. And they're doing a monthly stipend, okay, to help people stay on their feet. Our glorious leader has done it once, and he's trying to do it for a second try. Do not sit there and think just because he gives you money deems he's worthy for a re-election. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I mean, I don't exactly agree with the other guy, but if it gets him, the one that's in there now, out of office, but so we can get this shit fixed, then I will gladly walk in a hazmat suit to the voters booth, registration, whatever, and do it. Okay? Because all this could have been quashed. We could have been like New Zealand. New Zealand doesn't have a fucking case, or they didn't have. It might have come back around and bite them in the butt, but I'm not sure. I haven't read up on it yet. But with all this crap going on, I am terrified to send my kids out anywhere. I am terrified to go with my kids out anywhere. And even with the people that don't have the symptoms, if you test positive for COVID, you have it. Okay, just because you don't have the symptoms doesn't mean you don't have it. It's called asymptomatic. Means you don't have to show the symptoms in order to have it. There's a lot of people like that. I'm one of them. I've known it for years. There's a bunch of cold, flu that I don't show the symptoms of. And you hear it? Because it probably doesn't sound like it, but I'm suffering from an ear infection right now. And you guys probably can't hear it. Because I would be congested and blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, that's my rant for today. Parents, if you got an option to homeschool, homeschool. Do it. Because I don't trust the teachers out there. I really don't. Later.